I'm gonna share my pro tips with you on how to use nail foils. So my very first tip when you're working with foils, always make sure that the matte side is facing down on top of the nail. It should never be the matte side facing up. It always needs to be matte side facing down. And it doesn't matter what foil you're using, it should always be the matte side facing down. The second tip is when you're using foils, make sure that your bases are completely dry. Look at this. And absolutely no fingerprint mark. That's what we want. Not partially dry, not a little dry, it needs to be 100% dry. It's always important to make sure that you put your foils in a protective container like this and roll them up if possible, so that way this doesn't happen. You don't want to wrinkle your foils because then you're going to have, some missing spots. And that can be really difficult, especially if you want like a full coverage look. And then you need to make sure that the base of the nail is a similar color, because this is what happens when you don't. So I highly, highly recommend applying a base of a similar color as your foil, so that way should this happen and you get like these weird little gaps, you end up with still a pretty full covered looking design. Tip number 5, when in doubt, always use a smudge-free top coat for your foils. Because usually when you apply a regular top coat to your foils, it'll just kill the shine. Versus us using the smudge-free, you still have all that like hollow goodness. And here, it's slowly going away.